Hi Trader, Tina once again from ShortMeTina.com with my daily recap. Before we kick it off with the S&P 500, right, we had an interesting day. But before we get there, if this is your first time tuning in, if this is your very first time, do us a solid. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know, how did you hear about us? Drop your name so I can say hi back. I like to personalize things, so I like to call folks by their name. What else? And let me know generally if you agree with my analysis, if you disagree, and if you're new to trading, what's your biggest struggle right now with trading? Is it finding good setups? Is it entry or exit? Is it not knowing when to let go of a trade? Whatever it is, let me know in the comment. If you're recurring, right, if this is not your first time listening to me and you're here listening to me day in and day out, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I also want you to comment in the comment section as well. Where are you finding it the most difficult when it comes to trading? Again, this is a group effort. I've been doing this for north of 2 decades and I'm generally here to help. All right. With that said, what an interesting day in the markets today, right? For me, I don't want to say it's comical, but because it's not, right? Nobody likes to quote unquote lose money, right? So we're down about north of 2% on the day. And I just kept thinking to myself, you know, how new Tina would react to this sort of news versus how, you know, wait, am I new or my... Okay, see, this is where I just kind of trip myself up when I talk too much, but the move today just made me reflect back on when I started as a trader and how, you know, again, and I usually always say this, tune out the noise, if I was just caught up in the cycle of the noise, you know, listening and reading news articles, listening to CNBC commentators, how I would probably be making a lot of knee-jerk decisions today versus how sort of seasoned veteran I've seen this script before Tina reacts, right? So it's just very interesting to see a lot of the comments that were being posted on various social media channels. It's very interesting to see the comments by a lot of these commentators on these news outlets. But anyway, let's just get into an analysis of the overall charts. Again, we're down about 2% on the day. Huge selling, right? I mean, you know what? Let's not. That's kind of also that's also a bit overblown. It's not huge by any metrics. We're down 2%. Closed at 279.15. So if you've been listening to, I would say the last 5 videos, but even really if you've been listening to any videos that I've done dating back since the initial collapse happened, right? I was saying that the move that the this particular index needs to make, right? Because resistance comes in at, and you should know what I'm going to say, it comes in at 280 to 282, right? Try to penetrate it here, 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 here to no avail. Yesterday, right? Yesterday I was like, oh, bells and whistles. We have not closed above that 280 to 282 mark in about 5 to 6 months, since dating back to October. We closed very strong, right? We closed at 284.58. The high was 285.18. What happened today? Couldn't sustain that move. We closed at 279.15. So that should tell you, as a trader, right? As a trader, if you're looking for a level, right? When you talk about, oh, I don't know where to enter, I don't know where to exit. If you're looking and paying attention to that level, we can say from a psychological standpoint, 280 to 282 is tough for the markets, right? Because we've been trying to do it. Again, you know, I always have the same chart up more or less, dating back to 2017, right? We're coming up on 2 years. 2 years the market has tried to really sustain that move. We tried here, very short-lived. Here, it fared a little bit better, but when the collapse happened, look what it did. Couldn't even hold on. This is all fear. This is fear, right? And now we're trying again. We did it yesterday on decent volume, right? Nothing major compared to today, on decent volume, but we just could not sustain that breakout. So we closed again, once again, at 279.15. The low of the day is 279.14. So we closed relatively close to the low of the day. So there's a potential for a gap up on Monday, or the selling can actually accelerate into Monday. As a trader, what you should be doing now is highlighting possible scenarios and how you're going to react, right? You don't want to react in the moment per se. You want to account for it. You say to yourself, well, if the market sells off tomorrow, what trades am I in? Am I comfortable holding them? Because as I go through some other stocks, and I'll be really fast because I see my timer, it's already going on 6 minutes, so I'll be a little bit faster. So, so you look at your trading portfolio and you say to yourself, well, if the market sells off like it did, right, here, and we take a trip all the way back to 258, what am I going to do? The positions that I have right now, you ask yourself this, am I comfortable holding them if the market goes down to 258? Because as I say, overall markets first, individual stocks second, meaning if the markets sell off, your account or the stocks that you have more than likely will decline along with the entire market. Are you comfortable holding that position, right? Are you going to add to that position, right? Are you going to let go of it altogether? You should actually have your plan in your head before these scenarios unfold, right? That way, at minimum, you'll feel as though you're on top of things. If you're just constantly reacting to the daily fluctuations, right, that's when things get a little bit out of hand. And like I said also too, right, I said try your best, and it's not easy, try your best not to pay attention to the individual daily fluctuations, but look at the bigger picture, right? So now we see what happened. We closed at 279 for the week. That's the weekly close, right? Let's see how the market is going to fare at the ending of the month, right? Will we be further below 279, or will we in fact close above 282? That's the story that we're waiting on. At any rate, those are my thoughts on the SPY. I've 100% have already accounted for these scenarios since the beginning of the year. Since 2019, we have structured our portfolio, right? In the premium member community, we have structured our portfolio to account for this volatility that we're experiencing right now. Okay, so there shouldn't be any sort of, we already know what we wanted to do with the SPY, right? So we're not reacting right now. We've already positioned ourselves for such a play. At any rate, let's cap it there. What else do we have? And then we have the IWM, fared a lot worse, off about 3.6%, closed at 149.64. Also closed very close to the low of the day. That came in at 149.57. Huge volume, similar to the SPY. We already knew what we will do with the IWM in our portfolio if it ever got to 149.64. Right? This is not new. This was a plan that was set in motion in all reality from October of last year. Right? So we're not falling to the whims of our emotions. We've already strategically planned out how we want our portfolio to look. All right? Does that make sense? I hope it does. So again, there's a huge possibility that this is going to fall back to 144. Heck, we can even revisit the most recent lows of 125.84. Ask yourself, if that happens, what am I going to do? Right? How can I position myself to make money in the market? Ask yourself those questions. All right, what else do we have? We have ticker NIO. Again, I'm going to speed it up. Off north of 4% daily chart, closed at 562, like I indicated yesterday. For it to get back within its channel, it needs to close above 6. We're pulling away, albeit on low volume, right? If you look at the last 2 to 3 trading days, volume has been below average in my opinion. So this sell-off should just be taken with a grain of salt. We closed at 562. The low was 560 again. Overall market sold off, so no surprise that NIO sold off as well. The good news, if you're looking for one, it wasn't really on heavy volume. What else do we have? All right, BPMX down 2.5%. So gap up, huge run up about 30% a couple of days ago, and in the last 3 days, nothing but selling. We're back to where we started from, 10 cents. And so I ask once again, right, the longer it hangs out here, the more likely it's going to break. Yes, I get that we were up 30%, and if you were able to capitalize on that move, that's great, but it couldn't even sustain that move. So let's see what's going to happen. I still think that it's going to break. Will we retest the December lows of 5 cents? Possibly, but even if we don't get there, I wouldn't be surprised to see this trading at around 6 or 7 cents. So be cautious. What else? And then you have ticker MNKD, MannKind daily chart, off about 3%. So again, volume is absent, but although we're off about 3%, considering the bloodbath, see, I'm doing it again. It wasn't a bloodbath. Considering the, the decline we had today in the markets, the fact that it's still sitting at 213 above that breakout of 2, for me, bodes well. So let's see. It's remained above that breakout base for a few trading days. If it consolidates around that range, it would actually be good, bode well for the bulls. Only thing that's absent and missing is volume. What else? All right, AMD daily chart, again, see, off about 5.4% on the day. Overall markets first, individual stocks seconds. The markets had a decline today, and you can see majority of the stocks also declined with it. So this also reinforces that, as I stated before, stocks will always come back to a decent level of entry. So you had this huge green candle, right? Stock broke out of its, you can say its trading base, its range, broke the resistance of around, let's say, 24.50, 25. Ran up all the way to 28.11. So if you chased up here thinking you're going to miss it, you got burned on several occasions, right? If you trace this move here, because the stock is sitting here at 26.37, the low was 26.33. If the market sells off, expect this to sell off along with it. Again, you don't have to chase these moves. If you miss it, just wait. It'll always come back to you. What else do we have? And then we have ticker TLRY daily chart, off about 4%. All the stock. I don't think I have any good news for you guys today. All the stocks are off. Closed at 67.16. So I'm still anticipating a break with ticker Tilray, or ticker TLRY rather. The company's name is Tilray. So if we can break, not if we can, but if we break that low, let's call that low $64. Yeah, around $64. I expect at some point for the original breakout base to be revisited. That comes in around mid-30s. It might not quite get there because that is a fall. That's about a 50% haircut. So I'm expecting it to settle somewhere in the 40s. So if you want to go long Tilray, I personally believe you'll have a better opportunity in entry outside of 67.16. What else? And then we have ticker CNAT daily chart, off hugely on the day. I'm not quite sure if this is a correct print. It has 56% here. Gap down, closed at 128. You might be able to catch a bounce from the December lows. The low came in at around 115. If you want to go long, I'd probably wait for it to get there, then go long again. You might catch that bounce. The overall trend is down, so after that bounce, I think the downward trajectory will continue. But again, you can potentially catch a bounce at around 115. That's how I would play it. What else? And let's round it out with ticker APHA daily chart, off about 5%. Despite it being off, despite closing at 953, I still think there's more of a move to the downside. However, for me, if you're looking for a trade on the long side, I'd probably wait for it to get down to this breakout base here of around $7. I think if you wait for it to decline another $1 or $2, you might be able to go long. Overall, if you look at the longer term trend going back several years, it is actually in an upward trajectory. So I actually like the chart. I wouldn't buy here. I'd wait for it to come down. I still think there's more room to the downside. So let's cap it there. Tina once again from ShortMeTina.com. If you enjoyed any portion of this video, I'd like for you to do 3 things for me. 1, comment in the comment section. Do you agree with my videos? Do you disagree? Are you in any of these trades? Are you looking to get in any of these trades? Have you made money with any of the stocks I've discussed? Have you lost money? Comment, let me know. 2, if you want more videos like the ones that you're seeing here, then definitely head on over to our YouTube channel at ShortMeTina. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications. I do videos Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. When the stock market is open, I upload a video. If you subscribe, every time I upload it, you will be notified. And lastly, if you want more value, if you think you can learn anything from this stock market veteran, then head on over to ShortMeTina.com, sign up, become a member. Thank you for listening, and as always, thank you for listening.